Believe It. How to Go from Underestimated to Unstoppable. Love, love, love this book. Jamie Kern Lima, you are an inspiration for all women. Anybody that's had that little voice in their head that said, who do you think you are thinking you can accomplish that? This book is for you. I love this book as she tells her life story of starting It Cosmetics in her apartment, like literally in her living room, and growing it to the point that L'Oreal purchased it for 1.2 billion, that's billion with a B, dollars, and making her the first CEO ever within L'Oreal. So first, applause to you, girl. You are amazing. I've seen Jamie speak a number of times at Brendan Burchard's events, and every time I leave like so inspired and just, I actually put Jamie on my people I'd love to have a bottle of wine with, or maybe two or three. And I think we'd probably be able to knock those out. Through this book, she shares the story and her struggles as she really got it, well, in the beginning, rejected a lot of times by all these different places, all these stores that she wanted to have her cosmetics. But it was her commitment to being authentic. And I think that's the huge message in this book is she was authentic in that she wanted to make every woman feel beautiful. Even if you have acne problems, you have scars, she believed in providing cosmetics that can make anyone and everyone beautiful, regardless of your size, your skin tone, or the shape of your skin. And she did it. She absolutely did it. But it was her commitment and her belief in herself, her absolute belief in herself, that made this possible. Through this book, she tells amazing stories of how she overcame rejection, how people showed up at the right time in her life, and applaud her husband. Man, he's an amazing person. I actually would love to see him write a book almost telling the same story, but in the man's voice. And I bring that up because she talks about women. Girls, we have a problem in that we think that, when a woman makes it onto a board of directors, let's say, we're kind of jealous. We think there's only one seat for a woman, and that's not true. So throughout her story, she says, grab a friend, do a +1 to every amazing event that you have. I mean, she even brought her friends to meet Oprah. Again, something on my bucket list, would love to meet Oprah someday, but I'll start with Jamie. And on this, I really, this hit home with me. It really resonated with me. And the reason is I'm in the IT industry. For years, it was a male-dominated industry. It still is. And when I started in this back a long time ago, we'll just leave it at that, I was literally the only woman. I would go to these meetings and be the only woman in the room. I had this big software demonstration where I was going to do discovery requirements and then build a customized prototype and show it to this very large defense contractor. And the CFO at this defense contractor once said, "Are you sure a woman can handle it?" This is not that long ago. And it really resonated with me that we need to stop thinking there's only one place. We need to stop thinking that only one woman can succeed. And we need to all be each other's cheerleaders. She talks about in this book, when she made the Forbes Richest Women edition, the editor called her and she didn't want to be in it. She was like, no, I'm not going to share that. Like, she didn't want to brag, right? We were raised, women don't gloat, don't be braggy and all of that. And she said, but the editor told her that when men are asked to be in the man version, they actually want to overstate their earnings. They want everybody to know about it. And it's really interesting to see this comparison of how we show up. Why, as women, can't we brag about our accomplishments? So my challenge to you guys this week is let's take a letter or a page out of this amazing book called Believe It, and let's share our accomplishments. Toot your own horn. I will be your biggest cheerleader. There's some amazing quotes in this book. She also talks about the power of your inner circle. This hit home with me again because I have this this small, tight-knit group, and you guys know who you are, that I talk to regularly. We share each other's struggles, we give each other ideas, and most of all, we cheer each other's accomplishments. And if you don't have a good inner circle, it's time to get one. The other thing she talks about, and this comes from a guy named Bob Goff. I am not familiar with him, but I'm gonna be. But he taught her that you have your own microphone, and you get to choose who you give this microphone to. And you can also choose the volume which you listen to them. So if you're like some of us have family members, have maybe people that have been lifelong friends, or maybe even your spouse that are maybe questioning what you're doing, maybe they don't believe in you, maybe they think you're a little ridiculous, then just give them the mic at different times. She says you don't have to banish them, just talk to them and give them the mic when they talk about the weather. And I love this analogy because I think I need to really think of who I give my microphone to. Do you? Well, that's enough from me. Get this book. Get it. Every woman should read this. Get this for your daughters. This is an amazing story of a woman that believed in herself, overcame just amazing odds, but it was just her core absolute commitment to being authentic that made her hugely successful. So that's my book review. Absolutely love this book. I might actually just read it again. And Jamie, if you see this video, I would love to have a bottle of wine with you. You even get to pick the brand. That's it. Heather Cole signing off for this week's book review.